Are you Gregory Garcia?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia, you're charged with failure to comply with the duty, basically leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
In June 27, 2024, officers were dispatched to a residence regarding an accident FSGI call. Upon arrival, the officers met with the complainant and the witness. The witness stated he was on the balcony when he observed a dark-colored Dodge truck sideswipe the complainant's vehicle that was parked on the side of the road. The witness advised he informed the complainant of the accident, and upon going outside to inspect the vehicle, the striking vehicle and at-fault driver was still on scene. The complainant observed the defendant to be intoxicated due to slurred speech, and the complainant stated the defendant then fled the scene in his vehicle without providing his information. The complainant's vehicle sustained major damage, and the complainant advised it will cost at least $5,000 to repair.
He saw him sideswipe though, right?
Yes, the witness saw him sideswipe, yes.
Got it. Okay, Mr. Garcia, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a Texas driver license.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you sure?
Yes,
You
Your
have car insurance.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you run his license, please? In addition to not consuming alcohol or drugs, I'm also going to order you not to have contact with the complaining witness in this case. If you understand. Okay.
Your Honor, he's eligible.
All right. So what we're going to do is I see that you have a lawyer,
Yes, Your Honor.
correct? They're not here yet. So I guess what we're going to do is we're just going to have you take a seat, wait for your lawyer to get here. So that way we can get a good date for you guys. And then I'll have you leave with him or her. Okay. Please.
Right this way. Judge, with those mistakes.
Come forward. Right there.
You don't have the heater on, do you?
No. It's one of the blankets.
Please, please, no heater. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes, sir.
What is the gentleman's name?
I know the person who's speaking.
Oh, is it Gideon? Are you Mr. Gideon? Shh. Mr. Gideon?
Yes.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Gideon, you are charged with assault of a family member. Do you understand the charge against you? You are facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We need to do probable cause. I need to find out what happened. So we're going to do that real quick. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Is he okay to understand everything? Yeah? Okay. All right. So we're going to do that real quick. We'll find out what happened. Okay.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Go slow, Alex,
Yes.
please. No. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here. We need to just find out what happened.
Yes, Judge. The complainant and the defendant are mother and son. The officers were dispatched to apartments in Harris County, Texas, in response to a family disturbance. The complainant told the officers that the defendant is diagnosed with mental disabilities and that he is known to wander away from the residence. The defendant was upset because he was not being allowed to leave and grabbed the complainant on the forearm, squeezing it with full strength and causing scratches, bleeding, and pain.
Is mom here?
She was, he asked her to leave.
I just asked her to step out. She wasn't properly dressed for court, so.
Yes.
Can you bring her in,
Over here.
please?
That's if she, I went out there a few weeks ago, I didn't see her.
It's okay. Hopefully we can find her. Mind just hanging out with us? I'd like to wait until mom comes. So we left all the way. Do you want to call her? Do you want to call to see if she's, you can use it here. That's fine. Just call her.
She's not even announcing the phone. I'm sorry, she's not even announcing the phone.
Do you think she'll come back? I mean, we can wait. There's no rush. If you want to just like, sure, take your time, but just don't leave though, because I want to give you guys a lawyer and I want to talk about how to go forward. And I'd like to talk to
Right here, and I'm going to go out.
right over there, just wherever you want, but don't leave, guys, okay?
Hang on,
Okay.
I'm right here.
Yeah, take your time, no rush. Hi,
Oh, hi.
thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. You're the complaining witness in this case, so you obviously know what happened. We've done probable cause. I think that there is enough probable cause to go forward.
He has autism and
Correct.
sometimes he has behaviors. And so that's what happened. And the only thing,
I don't want to talk about the case because in an effort to protect him, I've got a bunch of DAs here and everything you say, they can use it against him to prove punishment and guilt. So I don't want to do that. I can give you a lawyer today and we can go forward and try to figure out how to go forward. Whenever I have these types of cases, I usually order, no contact or no threatening or harassing. I don't want to do anything yet. What I'd like you to do, if you don't mind, talk to Lori. I'd like to appoint her on your case and then we can figure out how to go forward. I'll give you anything you need, just if you need any resources, just let us know. We can try to help you out as much as we can, Okay, Lori, if you mind.
Have a seat and I'll come and talk to you.
okay.
So just thank you so much for coming. We'll try to help you out, okay? Of course. Thank you.
Yeah.
Come on. You are Oscar Martinez. Mr. Martinez, you're charged with failure to stop and give information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. Officers were dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas, where the complainant told the officers that the night before, his mom heard a crash outside their house, but did not go outside. The following day, the complainant went outside and saw that his vehicle, which was parked on the street, had been hit. The complainant followed the tire marks and debris to a house approximately 400 feet away, where he observed the defendant's vehicle with visible damage. The officers arrived and observed blue paint transfer from the complainant's vehicle to the defendant's. The officers spoke to the defendant, who said he had no recollection of striking the complainant's vehicle, but admitted to have drinking approximately 6 beers the night before.
Great. You've got A, you've got C, but you don't have B. How do we know it was him?
Your Honor, the connection would be the blue paint.
I understand. How do you put him driving the car? How do we know it wasn't Meemaw,
Your Honor, let me check the.
Peepaw?
I'll check the OR, see if there's any further information.
Martinez.
Sagara,
It's an FSGI. Don't say anything. Are you losing?
Sorry, what was it? Yes, yes.
So Judge, the defendant admitted to driving at the time that the car was being struck, he admitted that he was driving home from a party at that time. He said,
Alex didn't say that.
That was in the.
right, it's in the OR, Judge, it's not in the
Yes.
evidence, but that's what the.
Give me,
officer
said, does he admit to the accident?
He does not. He says that he was driving, he does admit to driving home at the time that the car was struck, but he says he doesn't know about anybody being struck, but he just admits to drinking at the time of the accident.
We don't work on hunches, man. We don't. I need more than just a hunch.
It's not a hunch, argument's not it's not a hunch. He's admitting to driving at the time.
He admits to driving at the time, but doesn't admit to the accident, doesn't admit to anything like that. All he says is, I'm driving at the time.
Well, Judge, based off of the nature of the accident, the extremity of the accident, the pain transfer of the car, the state's position is that there'd be no way that this defendant could not have known that there was an accident at the time.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna find no probable cause. I mean, if you get something else later, let me know. But at this point, be careful, Mr. Martinez. You know what I mean? You've got one life. You're drinking, driving. We lead the nation in DWI fatalities. Lead the nation.
Yes, sir.
Where's my phone? $10 on a click. $20 will get you anywhere you want to go in this city. You know what I mean? Use it. All right. I'm finding no probable cause. Just take a seat for me momentarily, sir. Was this one indicted or
I believe so. Michael, do you know?
was this one indicted? Okay. So probable cause has already been found then.
Yes, Judge, it's been that, yes.
Michael, did you file the dismissal on the other?
It should be dismissed already, yes.
Did you file the confirmation?
I see. I don't see a dismissal on that one. I don't see a dismissal on it.
I can follow that right now.
Sure. Okay, so let's see.
He had hired counsel on his original case. Henderson. It's not turned off.
Okay, so Mr. McGaskey, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. So you know how it works, right? I found no probable cause in your case, but they went to a grand jury and the grand jury indicted it. That means that other people found it sufficient to find probable cause. So now we have to go through the whole show again. Do you have Mr. Henderson here helping you?
It's in another courtroom. He'll be here when he gets done.
Do you know he'll definitely be here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, good. So all I'm doing is I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I will randomly test you. If you test positive for drugs or alcohol, your bond will be revoked. You will go to jail. So just don't drink, don't use illegal drugs. You'll be fine with us. Do you have a Texas driver license?
Yes.
Do you have liability insurance in your name? Car insurance?
No, I don't have a car right now.
Okay, then don't drive. No driving until you have actual liability insurance in your name. Show me that you have it, and then we'll let you drive, okay? So what we're gonna do now is we'll have you sign a reset. We'll have you meet with pretrial for your bond conditions. We'll just have you take a seat until we have Mr. Henderson comes, and then we'll all powwow, get you a date, and then after that, you'll be free to go. I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but just stay in touch with Mr. Henderson. He will tell you when you have to come back, okay? So if he tells me he can't get a hold of you, I'm going to revoke your bond. So just stay in contact and then all will be well, okay? All right, sir, please. You were Jalen Washington. Mr. Washington, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On November 7th, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's motor vehicle after observing it driving with an expired registration as of July 2024 and failing to maintain a single lane, with both left tires crossing over the white marked lanes and the defendant's vehicle failing to signal a lane change. The defendant was the driver of the motor vehicle, and upon contact, the officer observed him with a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, glossy eyes, swayed balance, slurred speech, and the defendant was slow to answer questions at times. The defendant admitted to drinking, and standard field sobriety tests were administered. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 2 out of 4. The DIC was read, and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.106 and 0.106.
Mr. Washington, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. How old are you, sir? What do you do for a living?
Currently, I work at FedEx, but I'm in college.
You're currently enrolled in college? Great. Where do you go?
PV. Sorry.
Okay. What are you studying?
Architecture, civil engineering.
Fantastic. Great. It's a big hiccup, man. This can really affect you. You know, anytime you want to get licensed to be an architect, you got to be licensed. All this. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You're not allowed to smoke any marijuana. I'm going to test you. If I find that you continue to use, I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? I'm not asking much. I'm just asking to stay clean. That's it. Do you have a Texas driver license?
Yes, sir.
Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Sir. But I don't have a vehicle.
Do you see if he has a license? Any prior DWIs as well?
There are no priors, Your Honor. I'll run his license right now.
You don't have insurance in your name, then you're not allowed to drive any vehicle. You have to have insurance for, I don't care what car you're driving, unless you have insurance on whatever car you're driving, then you may not drive. And don't come up here and tell me, well, the car has insurance. No, people get insured. Do you understand?
Your Honor, he's eligible.
Okay. Did you want to apply for an unappointed lawyer? You're going to go hire a lawyer? Okay. If you have any issues, if you want me to appoint your lawyer, just come back, tell me, and I'm happy to do it. You know, I mean, money that you have, I'd rather you spend it on school. Are you sure? You don't want an appointed lawyer?
I'll make a phone call to you. Yes.
Okay. Got to understand that if you're going to hire a lawyer, there's a lot of timing requirements with the DWI. Don't sit and wait a month, 2 months, 3 weeks, because you're hurting yourself. You got to do it like lickety split. Do you understand? Okay. Like I said, you ever have any issues, come back, talk to us, and we can appoint your lawyer. Okay. For sure. So I'll have you sign a receipt, Victoria. We'll have you get with Felicia for your bond conditions. If you have a change of heart, just come back.
Yes.
You know? Okay.